everybody, this is my forecast for Taurus for April 2017. So I just want to say, because I forgot to say last month, so I'm going to say this in the beginning of all of my videos, that you should watch this for your sun sign and your rising or slash ascendant sign. Rising and ascendant, same thing. There's a free astrological calendar or calculator, sorry, that you can find on online, pretty much anywhere. Just Google it, and but you have to know your birth time in order to get your rising sign or your ascendant. Okay, and if you watch this sun sign along with your rising, it'll give you more of an idea of like a personal chart. Not really, but just kind of an idea. Okay. So, yeah, let's get started. So, Taurus, this is my paper. Yeah. So, we start off with Mars and Mercury retrograde in your first house. So, let's start with Mars. Mars in your first house. You may feel, well, let me say, Mars is, there's a negative and a positive. Mars is ambitious, so it is innovative, so it can give you that drive that you need in your first house. It can give you that drive that you need, that ambition, that desire, that want that you need to get you started, or it can be like stressful or make you aggressive, too aggressive where there may come some conflict or stress with it. So I mean, it can go either way, but Mars, I think, is good during the spring for you. I think that you're going to be like ambitious and have drive to do something. There's something you desire and you will have the drive to do it. Okay. And then Mercury, but watch the attitude. Watch the attitude, because, like I said, Mars makes you aggressive, so you don't want to come off as being combative or angry or anything. So watch the attitude a little bit, just a little bit, but keep that desire, that want, that ambition, because that's what you want to do to get ahead. Okay, and it's there with Mercury retrograde in your first house. So okay, there's a this is an interesting month because we have a lot of retrogrades going on. So retrograde isn't always a bad thing. So anytime there's retrograde, there's a rethinking, redoing, renewing, reanalyzing, renegotiating. There could be opportunity coming back again for whatever reason. Maybe you missed it and now here comes this opportunity again. So with Mercury in your first house, you're reevaluating, reanalyzing something that you want to do, something that you desire. Now you're this is coming back up. You're thinking about it again. It's something you really want, and so you're reanalyzing. You're trying to figure out how to go about doing this, how to go about getting this, how to go about maybe fixing it. Let me see, because it goes into your 12th house. It retrogrades into your 12th house. So this was some past situation that may be because the sun is in your 12th house. So the focus and where the sun is shining and illuminating the house that's lighting up is the 12th house. So this past issues. So you're dealing with past issues. That's your focus, and this is why it's going to be retrograde, because now, yeah, okay, you're rethinking. There may have been some conflict with this past issue. There may have been some stress with this past issue. And so now you really want to get this thing straight. You want it cleared up once and for all. You want to get it over with, because Mercury retrogrades back into the 12th house. Like I said, it was in your first house of about you and things that you were rethinking or redoing, renegotiating, reanalyzing. So you've been reflecting on this past situation. You've been thinking about this. It probably came back up. It came back up again. And now you want to handle it once for all. So now you have this ambition, this desire, this want to deal with that past issue. To deal with it, because that's your focus. And this is what you're gonna okay. So whatever it is, you have the ambition and the desire to do it, and I'm sure you can get it done, because Taurus, you are stubborn, you are persistent, you get things done, you're productive. So yeah, you get it done. And let's see. Okay, in your 7th house, that's where we move around to. Full moon on the 11th in your 7th house. So if this, I don't know if this is around a relationship or a business partnership, because the 7th house is any type of relationship or contract. Is business partnership, is spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, parent, child, whatever the relationship is. This is 7th house. And also, like I said, contracts. So there's a culmination. There's something coming to a close, because it's the full moon, and that brings awareness and endings. There's something coming. So maybe you're finally going to get this situation cleared up and ended. And if that's the case, it's going to happen around the 11th. Whatever the situation is, whoever is with, you're finally going to come to some type of closure, or at least you're going to become aware of whatever it is you were looking for or trying to clear up. You're going to, I guess this is the beginning of the end, like you're going to actually handle it and deal with it, figure it out once and for all. Okay. Anything could be changed. Nothing's written in stone, so don't quote me on that. Like, this isn't. No, because this is a general reading, and nothing is written in stone. Okay. Nothing is written in stone. We all have free will. So, but this to me just kind of gives insight. So if there is a situation, I feel like around this time, that if there's going to be closure to it, this is around the time, around the 11th of April. It's going to be some type of, you'll get some word or something, yeah. Okay, that was your what house? Your 7th house. Now move to your 8th house. Saturn retrograde in the 8th house. Told you there's a lot of retrogrades. 8th house has to do with other people's resources. It's taxes, debts, inheritance, insurance, your spouse's money, like anything to do with other people, not the money that you work for, not the money that you earn, but other people's resources, other resources. 8th house is also change, it's transition, it's power struggles, and so, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not 8th house anymore. 9th house. Let me see. Wait. Let me go back. Okay, yep, I'm in the 8th house. Getting a little confused because I don't know why, but anyway, yeah, in the 8th house. So there's power struggles, there's change, there's other people's resources, like I was saying, and Saturn retrograde. Saturn is responsibility, commitment, restriction, restructuring, reworking. There's with the retrograde, there's like a reworking or restructuring or something going on. So looks like there's changes with the resources that you get from other people. There's some type of change, some type of restructuring. I don't know if you have to go back over any paperwork. I don't know if there's a change in the income that you're getting from other people. There's a restructuring of it, like it's coming from another source. Maybe change from one source to the other. Maybe you were getting unemployment. Now you're getting Social Security, or maybe you reapplying for a loan, or there's something you might have to go back and fill out the paperwork again for the loan, or if you're waiting for your taxes, there may have been something where you have to go back in it and go over your tax paperwork because there may have been like small problem. So yeah, this has to do with other people's resources and obligation and commitment. So that, but it's retrograde. So the obligation and the commitment, like a restructuring of the finances that come from other resources. Changing of your obligation or commitment. You might, are you like refinancing for a longer period of time because Saturn is time. So you might be refinancing something, and now you're gonna be paying this mortgage longer, or paying this car loan longer. Like, I don't know, something like that. Okay. Now we'll go to the ninth house for you, Taurus. Pluto retrograde on the 19th. So that's later in the month, almost to May. But Pluto is planning, is things behind the scenes, beneath the surface. Um, Something is deep. There is where am I? Okay. hmm It's like something is decaying, and you have to remove that. You have to remove that so that you can rebuild. Like, you have to get rid of all the older stuff so that you can rebuild. It's something deep. And so if this is your ninth house is law, it's education, it's travel, it's the higher mind, it's religion, publishing, um, internet. Did I say long distance? Different cultures. So revealing. So if it's a legal situation, some things are going to come up. Something's going to come up about the legal situation. Some things are going to be revealed that maybe you didn't know. Um, hmm. It's just some things going on behind the scenes, and they're being reworked, restructured, and this has to do with if it's and it has anything to do with your education. I don't know if there's anything going on with, I guess, at college, if you have any finances or something. There, I don't know, there's something to do maybe behind the scenes with your finances, with the money that you're getting. Um, hmm. Some changes, because Pluto, like I said, is change and transition. So there's some transition or some change, maybe around education, um, maybe in the legal situation with your case, or something's going to be revealed with the case that's going to make you have. There's going to be a change around. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. really don't know about this one because there's a reworking or restructuring, and it's around, if it's travel, you, I don't know. If it's travel, that, what will be going on behind the scenes or beneath the surface with your travel plans? Um, some changes in your travel plans, but what? Hmm. It's like, I don't know. Something's going on behind the scenes. It's a ninth house. Has to do travel, education, and law, publishing, long distance, internet. And there's a restructuring, a reworking, renegotiating, replanning, redoing. I can't put it together. It's not clicking for me. It's not clicking. I don't know what that is. Okay, let me keep going because maybe we'll find out. Oh, ooh, I'm at 16 minutes. Okay. Try not to make these too long. Okay, 10, 11. 11th house, I'm almost finished. Okay, just got 11th and 12th. So 11th house, that's hopes, dreams, and wishes. Also, groups, companies, organizations, friends, um, just like groups of people. And so Venus is there, and Venus is retrograde. Venus starts out retrograde in Aries in the 12th. Did it start out in 12th? Let me see. Venus retrograde. Oh, in Pisces. Okay. It was in Aries, and then it went to Pisces. Let me see. Yep, it was retrograde in Aries. Okay, then went to Pisces, and then it'll go back. Okay, so it was in your 12th, going back to your 11th. Let me do that way. So Venus retrograded the 12th and come back. Aries to Pisces. Okay. Yeah, because we already started that with the things going on behind the scenes. Okay. So in the 11th house. So it has to do with Venus retrograde in that 11th house. Sorry if I'm confusing you. Because I talked about in the beginning when it retrograded from the 1st to the 12th. Okay. Oh, that was Mercury. So Venus from 12th to 11th. It's a financial situation, or past person maybe that you were in a relationship with, because Venus is love and money. So this is what the past situation is about, love or money. I don't know if it's a person that you divorced and there's something coming up with divorce, or whatever situation it might have to do, because we talked about earlier about spouses, resources, other person's resources. So this 11th is maybe there's money coming from a group, because like I said, it's groups, hopes, dreams, and wishes, groups, companies. So there's some company or some group, and maybe there's some retroactive pay, or there's something they owe you, some financial something coming from the past, that belongs to your spouse. I don't know, and that this issue has to do with some past financial. This is really confusing to me, because it seems like it's come together like there was a past financial issue, has to do with somebody from your past, or a company or something that they worked for, and it's other people's resources, and it's money, because I told you the sun was in your 12th house, causing you to focus on the past situation. So give me some feedback on this, because that 11th house is showing me that it may be money that you're expecting from somebody else's resources that was in the past. And so this, now the opportunity for this money may come back around, or you're renegotiating the finances with this person from the past, or there's some reviewing or reflecting or refinancing or something going on with these finances, and it's a past issue that's coming back around, or something could have been revealed, and now you might get money that you would due. Not sure, not sure. So nothing's written in stone. Give me some feedback. Let me know how that goes, and thank you so much. Just pray about it. Just pray about it. Okay, pray about everything. Whatever situation it is, the Lord will work it out. He really will. So, yeah. Hope to see you next month. And God bless. Have a good day.